Shalom.
Shalom.
Yep, we good.
Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.
Hey, we want to give our praise to our Heavenly Father. His name is
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders that rule well. Peace and many salutations to Yakim that's told in this truth. There's a lot of things going on in the world, contemporarily speaking. And with these various wars that we've been seeing, in particular in the Middle East, in our land, Israel, there's a lot of information that's coming out about those small hatters that wouldn't come out, 30, 40 years ago. And this it's an attestament to the times that we're living in. We're living in a time in which Esau Edom is being called out for its wickedness, man. Okay. And what we're noticing, if you're paying attention, that Esau Edom has his hand in every single war that you see on the planet Earth, by proxy wars, setting up coups, assassinating people. Okay, all that to do what? To fulfill his hidden agenda. Okay, and with us coming out here, there's a push for righteousness. There's a push for truth. And within us pushing truth, guess what? Lies are being devoured, man.
Right.
Okay? Hey, real quick, say John 17:17. Because truth is flourishing on the earth. Conversely, the witchcraft of Esau Edom is waning.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 17, verse 17. And it reads, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
That's right. So with this word coming out, it's giving us holiness, the hopeful elect, and with that understanding, with that Holy Ghost, which is the word, we're coming out here and we're proclaiming the real problem on the earth, which is who? Esau Edom, man.
Right.
This is the guy that's perpetuating lies on the earth, wickedness on the earth, witchcraft on the earth, man. Okay? And that witchcraft it's not working anymore, man. Okay? You guys want you have something?
I got a quick one real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 16. And it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto woman, and it shall be afraid of the fear, Salakim. It shall be afraid in fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it.
That's right. You want to speak on that?
Yeah, and ultimately that's just going into the rebuking that's taking place. This great gathering that's happening among the prophets, and in the midst of that, destruction is happening. As the house of David is being uplifted, the destruction is taking place. But that's what that's going into, the prophets being out here shouting this place down.
Right. When the gospel shall be preached throughout the four corners of the earth, then shall the end come, like it says in Matthew 24.
Right.
And just to back up what the elder had read earlier, I'm gonna get this real quick. Because truth is basically tearing down this stronghold of deception that's had a major foothold in the earth. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 27. It says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. And how has Esau had a foothold in the hegemons, power structures throughout the earth? Of course, through violence, through his weaponry, but also by deceit, deception. That's why we call him the devil, right? All right. It says, as for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And that's what's happening right now.
Absolutely.
The truth is being declared. So in the midst of the truth being declared, that stronghold of lies is being torn down. And that's why ultimately Satan's going to come with great wrath, because he has a short time. Even his own people are starting to whistle blow and speak out on all the many atrocities and little shit that he does in the dark. Okay?
That's right.
So there's a major exposure campaign on the wicked going on right now, man. And the Lord is using the prophets to lead that charge.
That's right. Back you up, Shaquan. Psalm 64.
Okay. Nah, you good though. That's the spirit.
You had any particular place you want to start?
I think 7 and 8.
Okay. Can I start at 2 for y'all?
Yeah.
Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Right, because Esau, the elites, man, they do everything in secrecy. That's another weapon that they use as well. Besides the violence, besides deception, is secrecy, man.
Right.
Doing everything under the web, being that subtle serpent that he is, okay? Go ahead.
who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Right, and wet is spelled W-H-E-T. It means
Yeah.
to sharpen, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, so they can weaponize words, even, man.
Mhm.
They can put certain labels on people as propaganda and have the whole world believe in the madness, man.
Right.
You know, they can weaponize words and phrases, man, terminologies and shit like that.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Right, and going back to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, they made a confederation with these other heathen nations, man, to basically keep the nation of Israel in subjection. Go ahead.
Right. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily.
Right, in an evil manner, man.
Yep.
They commune of laying snares or traps privately, man.
Right.
That's
Right.
why they have what the 20 secret summit meetings. You know,
Mhm.
all of these Bilderberg meetings, the World Health Organization meetings.
Right.
You know, all of these things are done in secrecy. It's not open to the public. A lot of these high-level meetings, you know. Go ahead.
They say, who shall see them?
Right. They say, who shall see them? We just read when we was over there. What Sirach, the 23rd chapter, the eyes of the Most High is 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men. So they surveying, but not knowing there's a greater power watching
Right.
everything that they doing,
Right.
man.
That's right. Controlling it.
Right.
With a mighty battery in the back.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Verse 6, they search out iniquities, or according to the study Bible, it just simply means devise.
Right.
So they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thoughts of every one of them, and the heart is deep.
Like it says in what Micah, they work evil
got
upon
that-
their beds,
got
man.
that held right
Meaning
here.
in their leisure time, they're always trying to conjure up evil, demonic plans, man. They don't get rest or sleep until
Right.
they cause some to fall, like the scripture says.
Right.
So this is the maniacal, demonic group of people that we're dealing with, man. That we're asking and begging that the Lord gives us a hedge or a covering over, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow.
Right. And the main arrow that's being shot right now is this truth, man.
Right.
You know, because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds. We just out here speaking the truth, man, right now. But it is going to translate and manifest to the physical arrows, man. Okay, go ahead.
Suddenly shall they be wounded.
Suddenly they going to be wounded, man. It's going to come like a thief in the night. They going to get caught off guard, man. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right.
Go ahead.
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Right, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. That's the point. Because I was going into, you got other Edomites that's bringing out all different good information on what's called alternative news media. No one watching Fox News no more, man, really like that. No one's watching CNN, MSNBC no more. Everyone's looking for the alternative news, man. For these whistleblowers and really these insiders that can really take you in to what these plans that these demonic people that's in power are doing.
Right.
You know? So that's a grand showing of the exposure campaign, is when their own tongue is falling upon
Right.
themselves, man. And the scripture says, what, a divided house shall not stand.
Exactly.
Because we, if I can say quickly, because we're in a stage of, you know, whoever is not with, you know, the NWO, if you get my drift, you know, they're going to be categorized, man. And as Quan had brought out, how the devil's coming down with great wrath. Well, that really includes his people too. People who are coming up against the ways of the government, they're being ostracized. You know, you have the ultra right wing, which really it was a snare. The whole Capitol, what's that, Capitol Hill situation, where they said, well, Trump told me to go and, you know, and storm the Capitol, right? That was orchestrated by the elite to categorize those far right wing, patriots that have guns, you know, to demonize them. And then what? 2-3 years later, what happened? The same thing happened with the whole Gaza situation. It was a couple of weeks ago. You had ultra left wing proponents storm the Capitol too. all this is really a way for them to, you know, engulf the people that they deem as, you know, potential threats.
Right.
Okay, but within them doing so, within them trying to put a cap on truth and put a cap on their wickedness, you know, they are really demonizing themselves.
Right.
You know,
Even the New York governor just came out and said what happened over in by the New York Canadian border. That wasn't like no terrorist. That doesn't have no terrorist ramifications. Loosely paraphrasing.
Yeah.
You know. So she even is basically coming out in opposition to the prevailing narrative. You know. Because we know what Esau's trying to do, man.
Yeah.
Just so he can put restrictions on international travel and stuff like that.
Right.
You know.
God, I got a precept. Unless, was there more in that one?
It was a little. It was like a sentence left, brother.
You got it.
Psalms 64 and 8, in the middle of 8. All that see them shall flee away. Going into his various his various allies, man. You're starting to see a lot of people who were once with the U.S. They're making pacts and things of that nature.
Right.
With the opposite, for lack of a better term. Case in point, look at Saudi Arabia. The reason why the American dollar is so strong because the pact that America made with Saudi Arabia in 1971, when Nixon took away the gold standard and packed the American dollar with oil sale, man. And Saudi Arabia is the number one producer of oil, which induced the term, petrodollar. Okay? This is why the American dollar is so strong.
Right.
Because you have to buy and sell oil reserve using the American dollar. Well, the person, the party who made that contract so strong, which is Saudi Arabia, they're backing out of it. These various OPEC nations, they're backing out of that, and they're trading with BRICS. You know, so people who were once for the American way, they're starting to say, "Man, look, man, this guy's full of shit. Let's get away from this guy, man."
Right.
You know, which is going to cause World War III, which is going to cause the Valley of Jehoshaphat to happen, man.
Yeah. I got one. Was that in one? Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. And it says, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast of all the people, and the veil that is spread over all the nations." Hey, which is exactly what these brothers are going into right now, man. All right? Through their own tongue. All right? You got the truth being declared on the highways and hedges, brothers doing shows. And even as brothers are going into, when you look at Esau, their news systems, RT Today they be going in. You know? Putting all that information out, bro. That's it on that precept.
I got one. Spirit just kind of falling down, so that's beautiful. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition."
Which happened to us. We had to fall away from our inheritance, you know. And then now we're standing on our feet, alluding to what's that? Revelation the 11th chapter, right? Those two prophets, right? Or two witnesses, I should say. And now what do we see going on? But it's the son of perdition is being revealed. Right. The problem of the earth is being diagnosed. That's why it's so spiritual that, you know, everybody is pointing this guy out.
Right.
And it started really with this movement, with Jacob, period. With the civil rights movement,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? With the Latino movement and all that stuff. People are starting to speak up against this guy's oppression. And it's spiritual because everybody around this world uses our situation, or sad, another word for situation or sad cases, our plight.
Yeah.
Right.
They use our plight as a way to demonize Esau, Edom, say, well, look what you did to the so-called black people, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos. right? Look what you did to them. Okay? Why is that? Well, it's spiritual. We are the salt of the earth, man.
Right.
You know? And with us standing up on our feet, the people see who, spiritually speaking, they see who the true rulers of the world are supposed to be.
That's right, bro.
Yo, all these other nations want to hop on our shoulders to try to get rights and stuff.
Right.
You know, they'll just try to jump on our platform, so to speak. You know,
Nice.
because in the spirit they know really who's supposed to be leading the charge, man, for the revolution, so to speak. You know, and exposing this damn devil.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
that one video. It was, I think she was Ishmael,
Yeah.
whatever nation that she was. She was over there actually declaring to us that we are the children of Israel, saying the world ain't, she literally said that. The world ain't gonna be set straight until we're actually in the rightful seat. So that's even the heathen saying that.
That's right. But yes, so this is a little. I'll read this next verse.
Son.
2 Thessalonians 2:4. It says, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High."
Right.
And that really goes into the image of the beast,
Right.
which we declare here at GMS as, in a nutshell, Western culture,
Mhm.
Roman culture. You know what I'm saying? Which embodies a lot, imagery. Which the image of beauty is who? Blonde hair, blue eyes. That's why you got somebody, Judaic women, the nigga woman, right?
Mhm.
Walk around with a blonde wig on, with some blue contacts in.
Right.
Looking
She
crazy
wanna
as
be
hell.
Marilyn Monroe, yeah.
Yeah, she want to be Marilyn Monroe
Yeah.
with a big ass.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, they fashion. You know,
Mhm.
you got again. Look at what our women wear. These tight clothes, things of that nature. They're wearing clothes that's European style.
Mhm.
That's not gonna fit on you. You look crazy. But that's the standard of beauty.
That's right.
All right? As far as intelligence, where we base that off of, the whole concept of European thought.
Mhm.
That's why we go into the terminology of pseudoscience so much. Pseudoscience is also a synonymous with the term of scientific racism. So when we say pseudoscience, is you can use that as AKA scientific racism. With that understanding, they're able to put themselves up as if they are, scientifically speaking, the most evolved people.
Mhm.
Conversely, the so-called Negro Latino Native Americans have low IQs, which is something that's fabricated. It's not real. Okay? With all these different ideologies, he's able to set, or witchcraft, it's called for what it is. He's able to set himself up on high and also rationalize killing other people,
Right.
destroying other people, putting other people under subjection. Okay?
Mhm.
Those lies that he has propagated throughout the face of the earth, right? His tongue walking through the face of the earth. Those lies that he has spoken throughout the earth, they are being cast down now, man.
Mhm.
By what? This word.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that forbidden fruit is being rejected now. He's then, how do you put it? Poison the whole world, as the scriptures say. He has the poison of an asp. He's poisoned the whole world with his philosophy and such, and now it's being rejected. I do got a precept.
All right.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 1. And it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon."
And who's the virgin daughter of Babylon? The virgin daughter of Babylon is Esau, Edom. Okay? Go ahead, Doc.
"Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
Yeah, so this guy, Esau, Edom's not seen as the beacon of light anymore.
Right,
He's
right.
not seen as the people that everyone should mimic. You know?
Mhm.
You go, you try to go, back in the day, you would try to go get, a job. You would try to speak as white as possible,
Right.
right? As proper as you could. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I'm from a small town, so I remember I'll never forget this. I had this one chick, well, an older woman, I ain't call her chick. One older woman, she was giving me advice on how to flourish in high school. She said, "Hey man, you gotta get you some white friends. They got cars, they got money, they got opportunity. And so you playing football and you kind of a popular guy. You find yourself trying to hang around them, and then you looking at these guys like these guys
they
ain't
whack
got
as
it.
hell. Yeah.
They whack.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it.
They're corny.
They're corny. And then they start telling you dark secrets like, man, these guys are freaks. Nasty motherfuckers, man.
Right.
So all the nastiness of Esau Edom is being revealed, bro.
That's right.
He's a natural born
Pedo.
I was gonna say bundle of sticks.
Yeah, of course that.
Mm-hmm.
If you get my drift, yeah. Love nastiness and decadence. You know, even gerbils aren't safe if you get my drift.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dogs. Hey, a brother had posted, not to get too graphic, but the brother posted in Sweden, they got dog brothels.
Golly. Yeah, this a nasty nigga,
I
man.
don't even wrap my mind.
Nah, yeah. Dog brothels.
Yeah, right. This is back in Isaiah chapter 47, verse 2. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers.
That's right. So basically, Esau is being exposed.
Yeah, being stripped down. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
His borders are being opened, like we see going on in South Texas.
Yep.
Where people just walking over willy nilly. This is what's happening to Esau Edom spiritually speaking. His ways are being exposed to the world, man.
That's
Right, that beautiful woman. Now that her legs up, you can see her legs ain't shaved, they're hairy as hell. She got tattoos all over, pimples and sores, callus. You know, you're really seeing the devastation.
Right.
Just the ugly nature of what appeared to be beautiful. Right?
Right.
Yeah, no more shall she be called tender and delicate. Everybody, the nations are truly seeing now Babylon for who she truly is.
Right.
You know, it ain't the 50s no more. Back then, I wasn't living, but we've heard the stories in the 50s where everything was good. You know, even in a little bit of the 90s I experienced. But pretty much after the 50s, that's when you had the whole Black Power movement. Jake was becoming invigorated, in a sense, as brothers was going into earlier, to what we got right now. This is back in Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, and thy shame shall be seen.
Right.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Esau's shame is being seen, man. The candle on the wicked is being put out right now, man.
Right.
You know, they're not looked at as that hunk, that Zach Morris type of person no more. They're looked at as being despicable, just vile people at the end of the day right now. I got a quick one just to back you up, if you don't mind, brother. This is Habakkuk 2 and 15. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And that's what they did mainly to our people, but all of these other nations, man, they always set up snares and traps to basically expose our vulnerabilities.
Right.
But now they're being exposed, man, and they can't handle it.
That's right.
It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Just to back up what you just read in Isaiah 47. Thou art filled with shame for glory. And man, just to speak on that even more, look who's in office right now.
Right.
Biden, man.
That's a key
An
example.
old senile dude that was putting all types of legislation together to put you so-called Negroes and Latinos in these prison cells, man. You know, he's stumbling and tripping all over the place.
Yeah.
He don't know what the hell's going on, man.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, everything he's done, it has now became a meme. Him tripping up the steps, the whole birthday cake catching on fire, and him sitting there and shit. Everything's became a meme. It's being highlighted with it, bro. Yeah, shame for glory.
Yep.
You know, because you put a picture up, it's supposed to laugh, bring joy with it, but everything's mockery when you look at it, bro.
Yeah. Compared to like when the Kennedy was in the
Exactly.
office, you know,
Exactly.
he was like that, the man, you know, like men that other men want to be like and all of that type of shit.
Right.
But now that glory has been turned to shame, man. It says, drink thou also and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and a shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
And it's interesting that it said, let thy foreskin be uncovered. If you go into like Greek culture, they were known for going to the gymnasium naked. But what's funny is it was like kind of lewd for somebody to show, like, to push their foreskin back. You know what I'm saying? So basically saying, you know, you're going to be seen as lewd. You know, it was actually like Jake would be so embarrassed of being circumcised, they would have certain procedures to make it look like they had foreskin, so they could go into the gymnasium and fit in. You know, so now you know, Esau Edom, he's being seen as lewd. He's being seen as, you know, distasteful throughout the society.
Yeah, it says, and there shall be a shameful spewing on their glory. So there's a shameful spewing on the glory of the wicked right now, man. You know, everybody don't look at to them for like the brightest mind anymore.
Right.
You know, for the seat of morality. Everybody looks at them as the seat of all manner of decadence and wickedness, man.
Right.
So on and so forth. Was it more to Isaiah 47?
No, that was it on that one.
Okay.
I got one right here though.
You want to should they not take for a parable against you? Brought out. Everybody, you know, everybody's, you know, basically looking at America and calling all types of names, which is a parable. That's you know, that's basically what happened to us. We're a parable. When people look at us, they look at us as a joke.
Right.
Okay.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right.
But the just shall live by his faith.
That's right.
So, yo,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
now I'm just saying Esau's soul is not upright, man. The wicked shall not understand ways of righteousness, right? It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
That's right. That's right. That's just what we see going on now. We are, you know, there's several examples, you know, that we could go to that shows how Esau Edom uses that legislation to overpower the indigenous people of various land, man. By setting up coups and things of that nature, proxy wars. There's a whole famine going on in Yemen that most people don't even know about. That was really orchestrated by Esau Edom by funding these various coups, man. People want to point to the continent of Africa and say, you know, won't you guys go back to Africa if you don't like it over here? But shit, Esau Edom has his hand over there too. You know, look what we see going on in Niger, and that's just one place in which colonialism is still going on. You know, the French had it to where, you know, those people in Niger were using the French currency, and also various corporations, you know, saying were really funding, funneling, I should say, those natural resources from Niger to France under what a corrupt system that was recently overthrown. They had various puppets. French had various puppets, you know, really one family, I forget the family name, that was basically in league or in bed with them to oppress their own people and to get rich, right? So people are seeing this pattern that's going on, and they say, hey, man, you are the fucking problem, man. Excuse my language. You Edomites, man.
Right.
You're the problem, man.
Yeah, the proverbial elephant in the room is being addressed right now. You know?
That's right. Everywhere you go is death. Literally, everywhere this guy goes, he brings death. And that leads me to a precept real quick.
Right.
This is Psalm chapter 58, verse 2. And it says, yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. So that goes to show you wherever there's violence that's done in the earth, you in the mix somewhere. You know? I mean, America wasn't, you know, I'm going to say this too. Yeah, before Esau came there, Jake was killing each other and doing some fucked up things to each other, you know, if you get my drift. But when Esau came over here, it wasn't a tropical oasis anymore. He created a whole infrastructure, a whole new world where it was nothing but chaos and death, passed laws and decrees and such. Isaiah 10, woe unto you that decree unrighteous decrees and write grievousness upon thy hands.
Right.
Everywhere this man's went, it's been death and chaos. You know? It's about time for that change, bro.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
I'm gonna go back to this for the elder.
Oh,
This is
Salakia.
Not Salakia. Was it more?
No, that was it. I know you still bringing that out.
Yeah, this is the point right here. Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not
Right.
his?
Yep.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
You know that thick clay to be basically going into debt. About you, the water brother. Which this is how this man is able to rule the nation with that fiat currency. You know, with the American petrodollar, and that is starting to wane. People are trying to get away from it. Now, people, these various countries are making pacts. The biggest pact that people are starting to become popular to know about is the BRICS situation, which BRICS is basically various countries that state, look, we're gonna basically do business with one another using each other's currency. The whole BRICS pact really isn't strong enough to overcome the American dollar. Just to put that out there, because you have to think all these various countries have to adopt that currency that BRICS is coming out with, and also in order for them to do that, they'll hurt their own economy. These various countries still have a very interdependent relationship with America, right? America is still the number one importer of goods. It would be self-sabotaging for China to switch to another currency, right? They'll destroy their economy. But the point is, alluding back to the scripture, that talk of pointing out this guy and his wickedness is becoming more and more profound on the face of the earth.
Right.
People say, man, you've been doing this too much. They might not be able to do that to him because of his, the strength of that petrodollar, but that conversation of, look, hey man, you're oppressive, you're doing too much, is starting to be heard, I should say, around the world, which is going to lead to action.
Right. Especially when it comes to Amalek, if I could just add. Especially when it comes to them, man.
Yeah.
Because that's the chief tribe of the nation of Esau, man. Everybody's really putting the scopeo on them. They're saying they're the problem, man.
Right.
These are the problem, you know?
What's that? Jeremiah 49 says there is no more wisdom and teaching. If you read that, what it say? The least shall draw them out.
Yep.
This is what we see going. If we can get that way,
That's
right?
cool.
Jeremiah.
40. I would know it's 49.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Beginning of it?
If you want more than Habakkuk, or you want to jump to Jeremiah?
Yeah, we can jump to Jeremiah. Whatever y'all got too. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
7 actually.
Yeah.
Yup. This is
Okay, I'm about to say I got it right here.
Nah, I was just going. It don't matter.
Yeah,
bro.
come on.
I'll read it for you. This is Jeremiah 49:7. It says concerning Edom.
You know what I'm talking about?
Thus said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman?
Right.
Is counsel perished from the prudent?
Right.
Is their wisdom vanished?
Right. So everybody's looking at Esau Edom, aka the majority of you white people, and they're saying, you guys supposed to be the face
Right.
of intelligence.
Right.
Here it is. You're supposed to be a so-called developed country, and you're debating what a woman is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, how senseless can that be? Yeah, you telling a 45-year-old man with a 5 o'clock shadow day, you know you could be a woman too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and this idiot is really, you got idiots out there that's really accepting that, man. You got grown ass men. I think you said this over here, over there. Grown ass men call themselves 4-year-old girls, and we supposed to just run with it.
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah, that's what you want to be. It's idiotic.
They don't identify what's on their birth certificate.
Right. It's idiotic. It's stupid.
But
That's
then
right.
they'll proclaim to having higher IQ than you.
Right.
Just madness, bro.
Straight, pure stupidity. You know?
That's right. Under Esau's rule, everybody's became reprobate without judgment. You don't know what is no more, and everything's cool.
That's right. That's right. Everything's turned upside down.
Yep.
I was just thinking that too.
You know?
29.
Which is really an attestment to the spirit of this place. All the things that we see is because idol worship is prevailing on the face of the earth.
That's right. That's right.
Alluded to Wisdom of Solomon in the 14th chapter, man. We see all this madness on the earth because the true power is not being worshipped.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High is showing the perverseness and the stupidity of this place.
Mm-hmm.
True power is not being worshipped, and on top of that, you have a group of people that's in power that's trying to do everything to go completely contrary to the ways that the Most High set up.
Right.
You know, that's why we call him Satan as well. With Satan, that's the adversary to the Most High. Okay.
That's right.
But this is Isaiah 29 and 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
That's right. Beautifully put. So the Most High in the near future is going to show you how much of a human you are, you Edomites. You don't have power. The only reason why you're set up is because the Most High allowed you to be in power. It talks about that in Daniel. You know, the basis of man is allowed to rule over us because the Most High allowed that to happen. Not because you're so profound and you're so smart, like you, contrary to what you have perpetuated on the planet Earth. No, it's because the Most High allowed you to be in that position. But real soon, He's going to come down and He's going to please the cause of the elect of the true nation of Israel. Mm-hmm. You so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans.
But now they're starting to somehow worship this dude Elon Musk and put him like he's like at the highest seat of intelligence, you know, which is cool, you know, the SpaceX and all of the different technology, but he ain't got nothing on the prophets. First and foremost, in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Furthermore, man, to hell with some Elon Musk, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yep.
The scriptures say by your fruit you should know them. Right? If this guy is so intelligent, why is there so much pollution on the face of the earth?
Yeah, right.
Why there's hundreds of thousands of children going missing annually? Why is pedophilia running rampant? Mm-hmm. Why can't man and female, male and female get along with one another? Why is there such a high divorce rate? Why is there such a high adultery rate in these women?
It's incentivized too.
Right.
It's adulterous and to jump from man to man, you know?
Right. Which is not, all these things that we're naming is not advantageous for life.
Right.
If he was smart, those things would be regulated. Mm-hmm. It just shows you his stupidity. So alluding back to what we just read in Jeremiah the 49th chapter, is there no more wisdom in Tia?
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you said that too, it also made me think, and this is something you said earlier, Zaquan, going into the kingdom divided. Now, if there was wisdom in Teman or wisdom in Edom, they wouldn't want to unify and join together. You know what I'm saying? Instead of disagreeing all the time. If you want a kingdom to flourish, obviously Yahweh Shai said it. If it's divided, it's not going to stand. So you know if it sticks together, it's going to thrive. And that's basic 101. This is shit you learn in school as a child.
Right.
You know, to get along with everybody. Show respect to your average man. But with him being what, as the scriptures say, the son of perdition, he's going to divide. You know, and divide itself off a cliff to destruction. You know? Just want, that example came to mind when you said that.
The degree of confusion is vast at this point, man.
Right.
You got everybody that's claiming a platform, this group, that group. Everybody's just completely divided, man. Right. Mm-hmm. Even when it comes within one specific nationality, it's just so much division, man.
I was thinking that. Mm-hmm. You got men out there that's so disenfranchised with their own race of women. They propose that men go and fly to another continent to get a mole bite.
That's crazy for real. For real, when you think about it.
And then they bring her over here, and she quickly assimilates into the
right
Western
there in the culture.
Right. Now she's talking back, snappy neck, telling you what she's not going to do, what she's not going to accept. what she feels that she is worth and owed, all this madness, man.
Right. It happened to Rampage Jackson. If you watch interviews of him, he's like his children are half Ammonite. He's like, man, when I first got my woman, you know, I would tell her I'm thirsty. She would get up and run to go give me something to drink. And he's like, his mama, the black one. His mama said, "Girl, you got that girl over here running and stuff." He's like, a couple months later or years later, she moving her head is just like a black woman. Totally, it's like the brother said, totally assimilated in this place, and now she's divorced. That's shameful
Terrible.
in that culture.
Terrible.
It's shameful to be divorced over there, man. Right? But you see, but people are taking on the custom of Esau Edom.
Right.
And what is it causing? Dissimulation. You know, all types of madness, man.
You can't even bring your woman around your mother because your mother's indoctrinated under philosophy of
Right.
Esau.
Oh man.
So that just breaks up your whole family, man, from the jump.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
But, I got a quick one. Psalms 82 and 5.
That's what I had.
You did? Oh, damn,
It's the
that's
spirit.
Spirit. It says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. You can break it down if you want
Hey,
to.
it says they walk on in darkness. And this exactly, even King David talked about this place in Psalms 23. They walk on in darkness because we talked about it earlier. And the scripture said, how oft is a candle of the wicked put out? When you got these wicked, these Edomites in power, it's nothing but mass confusion, which is what we're going into right now. Nothing but mass confusion. They walk on in darkness, and it's gotten to the point where the foundation's out of earth. And we talk about this often. When you got a continent size full of trash floating around space, that's a problem, bro.
Yeah.
When you poison the air with barium oxide and aluminum, and one group of people saying it's jet fuel or exhaust from a jet, and other people saying it's poison, then we have a problem. That shit shouldn't even be in the equation if we lived in a rightful rulership right now, man.
Right.
Where they under the harbinger of death's rule, Esau Edom, as you will, who is a so-called white race, according to the Bible. These are the type of thoughts and conversations that you have to have with people. This is the type of information that you come across when you look at the fucking news, man. And that's why this nigga gotta go. That's it on that one.
Yeah, children are no longer protected
Right.
under the current rulership.
Yep.
They used to have them songs with Whitney Houston, our children are the future.
Yeah,
But
right.
They're not though.
They not though. Not
Yeah.
under this setup.
Yeah.
A lot of these children, they're underdeveloped. They can't speak. They got autism, and people don't even know like the what's the word I'm looking for? Where autism come from, man?
Science.
Right? What causes that?
Right.
What causes autism? There's these kids are just sitting in front of the TV all day long, and they don't know how to interact. All they know how to do is just point and shit, man.
Yep. That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
You got adult autism these days too. That's why, like, a lot of people, especially like the people that's in their young 20s and stuff, they're socially awkward just because they don't get outside anymore and have natural interactions with other children their age. They just sit in front of a TV, in front of a tablet all day.
Right.
You know, they know how to communicate only on the internet and shit. Right.
Yeah, that's right. Man, there's a coworker of mine. He actually has a grandchild with a condition. It's Down syndrome. But going into this, he said, and I didn't notice until he told me, but everybody that has a child that has Down syndrome or anything related to that gets a check. And that goes to show you, because we're going into how he brings death. They're putting stuff out there to give these children Down syndrome and then giving them a check, paying it off for it.
Yep.
Just another example of it, bro. I didn't know that shit was crazy to me when I heard about that shit. But it don't surprise me at the same time.
A lot of these parents, they on antidepressants.
Mhm.
They on these various psych meds, not to mention the diet.
Right. Yeah, that too.
Everything is adverse, man.
Mhm.
And you know, it talks about that in Second Edges, man. The strength of man is starting to wane.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Second that's fun.
More and more, you look at these people, man. Like they're stupid. You know, they're out of there.
Yep.
And that's a testament to the people that's ruling.
Oh, yeah.
You know, as a ruler is, so are the people. Alluded to what Sirach, the 10th chapter.
Yeah, straight up.
That's a beautiful point. Did you get that in second answer?
Oh shit.
I'll get it. That's actually a good point.
Nah, yeah, you got it. I know if it was 14 or 5. I know there's 1 and 5 as well.
It's 14. I'll get it.
It's 1 and
That's a
7.
good point. Just take some other points off. This is 2nd Ezra's 14, and I'll start at 16. It says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen shall be done hereafter."
This is what we see going on, man. Every day you wake up to some type of madness, and it's really like, you know, you could get emotional sometimes. Like, man, damn, this is fucked up. You don't want to see it, but hey, we get paid to care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All these other people, they get to be mindless drones. We get paid to care about the earth,
Right.
the plight of the people, the plight of our people. You know what I'm saying? The rulership. So we have to look at the madness, especially in particular the madness that our people are doing. We are in the place of Ezekiel, peeping in that hole, man.
Hey, that's right.
The internet is the hole.
Mm-hmm.
You go and just look at the madness of Esau, Edom, and this sickening, man. Of our people, this sickening.
Yeah. And it's only going to get worse with the rulership that has this set up this way, man. That's why it says in Matthew 24, the Most High, he's going to have to shorten the days for the elect, because, or else there would be no flesh to be saved, and we would continue to go at the pattern of wickedness that is just snowballing into, man. Right now, you have what's called Generation Z, man.
Yeah.
Like these children now, they don't even identify with gender. I heard a term, it's called gender fluidity,
Right.
to where they don't identify as either or,
Yep.
man.
Non-binary.
I'm a person.
Yeah.
You know?
Androgynistic.
Non-binary.
Yeah, non-binary.
Non-binary.
Just complete confusion.
Which really they're pushing that because they're pushing transhumanism.
Right.
It's going to be okay for people to be really one with technology.
Right.
Because you know what that's talking about, allude to Revelation 13 and 16, man. They want to plug your ass in. And people think it's so progressive. They don't realize that in the near future, they want to control even sex.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. If they're able to get everybody chips, they're able to know the demographic of each city. I'm talking about each city in America, right? And they're able to look at statistics and say, hey, you know what? We need more by 2055. We need X amount of girls. Okay, well, we had the technology to change as many of these boys that's been born girls, these boys that were born boys, as 2 girls if need so. You know what I'm saying? That's they're perfecting transgender surgery right before our eyes. They want to get these children at a early age so they're able to perfect it. It's harder to transform somebody, if you will, when they're older. But if you get them when they're younger, before their hormones are, you got it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why they're pushing hormone blockers.
Mm-hmm.
We need to let them choose.
Right, that's right. Hey, mind if I add to that,
Of
Jaquan?
course.
Hey, you have the elder ICR and myself did a lesson on this a few months ago, but it goes into energy and frequency. And we was going into, and Apostle Aram Live did a lesson on this a while ago too, but touching up on theta waves. Now I think it's 440 hertz that theta waves operates on. And at that variation or at that frequency, you can pretty much control somebody within their mood. And a lot of shows and such, especially like their nursery rhymes and kid shows and such, operates at that frequency.
Yeah.
You know, it's something along those lines. But ultimately, it's training this child in the first 10 years, and we show them this and indoctrinate them with this, then the product or the outcome of that is going to be as we expected, so to speak. So the first 7 years of a child's life, it's already projected what that person's going to be. That's why you have the father not in the picture, Big Shirley up in the house, raising the kids on Kool-Aid, fucking BET, and what's Nickelodeon, all that bullshit. Shalom. Whatever the case.
Cocoa Melon.
Yeah, Cocoa Melon, Cocoa Puffs, Lucky Charms, all that shit. You know, but they pretty much end up becoming a product of their environment doing that. You know, and we can thank Esau for that because he's the one that blesses them and grants them with the Section 8 and in the WIC program and whatever the case is to make them more reliant on it. You know.
That's demonic that they want to perfect the whole transgender transformation process because they want it to where people can't discern.
Right.
See, right now, if you got the eye, so to speak, you can discern what was really something else beforehand. But they trying to basically make it to where you can't tell.
Yeah, block that off.
That's why. That's why. In order for them to perfect it, they have to get the children.
Yeah, that's right. Salaki, my bad, y'all. And that's why I brought that up to go into that. They start with the children right there, man. You start with the children, you create a whole nation full of monsters.
That's right.
Yep.
Which goes back to prophecy of what these children will be less in the latter years.
Mm-hmm.
They're becoming less and less because of the wickedness that perpetuates.
Yes, still born. Yep. This is 2nd Ezra 14 and 17. It says, "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein."
That's right. So as the world gets older, wickedness is flourishing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Weaker through age.
Yep. Weaker through age.
Yeah, just the state of the earth, the quality of the water, the quality of the air. You know, you got all of these different ecosystems that are just completely off course.
Yep.
And then that goes into the minds of the people who have to consume all of these genetically modified foods, all of this indoctrination, you know, from the time that they go to preschool to 12th grade or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So even everybody's mindset is just weaker. Like when I was growing up, we loved going outdoors, man. We didn't like to come inside, man.
Yep.
Now you got children, they don't even like to be outdoors, man.
Yep.
They feel like that's like a punishment from their parents to have to go outside and play for a while.
Yeah.
You know?
Drinking from the hose, that shit was cool back then.
Yep.
Shoot, nowadays, it's coming out. All the water that we drink and use has forever chemicals in it. You know?
Right.
Chemicals that was made to build Teflon and that non-sticky wear.
Yeah.
All, that shit is flooded in the water system, bro.
Damn.
You know, so you think you getting some good water? It's the best of the worst. You know what I'm saying? And generation upon generation of these kids consuming that, they weak as hell, bro.
Yeah. Because even, you know, brothers in the sports, we watch boxing. I know I'm a big boxing and basketball fan. A lot of these athletes, they always injured, man.
Yeah.
That never was the case like 20 and 30 years ago, man.
Yeah.
When they had, when the technology and science was less advanced back then, and they had less reliable equipment and stuff, they still were able to play longer, you know, play harder. They weren't injury prone as these athletes today. That shows that they're weaker.
Yeah,
The state of people is just weaker now, man.
Right.
Anthony Davis, big ass.
And he always hurt.
Yeah. Look at like
Always down, AD.
and these injuries are a lot more brutal. It's like, look at Chubbs, the way that nigga leg folded up like a lawn chair to running back for the Browns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot more crazy injuries, like shit that's not supposed to happen normally.
Right.
Yep. And with the NFL, they're constantly trying to regulate it to make it to where these people aren't getting hurt. But there's nothing you can do. You might well, like homeboy said from the Seattle, you might well put flags on them, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because they gonna continue to get hurt.
Mm-hmm. Did you have more than that precept got a car?
That's pretty well.
About going because you're going into you know what? The one that we talking about, it's in it's the 7th chapter.
Okay.
Second Ezra
There is
7.
another one, yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
that one.
Okay.
It's going into how a woman gives birth.
Oh, second Ezra 5. I got it right here.
Is it 5?
Yeah.
Okay, Salaki.
No, I saw it good.
Okay.
God, no, that was a
That's
good. That was a
cool,
good
too.
one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you want me to start at the woman or just jump straight to the point? Just start at the woman part?
Yeah, so brothers can understand the content.
God, that's a bet.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 46. And he said unto me, ask the womb of a woman, and say unto her, if thou bringest forth children, why doest thou it not together, but one after another? Pray her therefore to bring forth 10 children at once.
Right.
And I said, she cannot,
Right.
but must do it by distance of time.
That's right.
Then said he unto me, even so have I given the womb of the earth to those that be sown in it in their times.
Right. So as a woman has time needs time to develop that child, the same thing with these prophecies.
That's
they
it.
got to develop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that the Most High wants to allow in order for certain events to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy to think that the Most High wanted slavery to happen,
Mm-hmm.
for us to go to that, just for us to be doing, as a huge catalyst for us to be doing what we're doing now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know, a huge way in which we diagnose who Satan is and who we are is because of the brutal slavery that we had to endure, but they had to develop.
Right, right. You know, and the wickedness of the Amalekites had to be fulfilled. You know, but as the scriptures do say, the wickedness of the Amorites had to be filled. Like other nations had to fulfill their wickedness, and we had to go through slavery. Things had to happen in the earth in order for these prophecies to come to pass, as it's written.
That's right.
This is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 49. And it says, "For like as a young child may not bring forth the things that belong to the aged, even so have I disposed the world which I created. And I asked and said, seeing thou hast not given me the way, I will proceed to speak before thee. For our mother, of whom thou hast told me that she is young, draweth now nigh unto age." And I believe that mother's going into Jerusalem.
Yes.
And he answered me and said, "Ask a woman that beareth children, and she shall tell thee. Say unto her, wherefore are not they whom thou hast now brought forth like those that were before, but less stature?
Right.
And she shall answer thee, saying," Salakim, "and she shall answer thee, they that be born in the strength of youth are one fashion, and they that are born in the time of age, when the womb faileth, are otherwise."
So this is going into a woman when she has a child in her 20s. That child is going to more than likely be more healthy
Right.
than a child that she had in her late 30s.
Yeah, right.
Why is that? Because her youth is going away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's certain things, protons and things of that nature that she had when she was younger, she doesn't have as when she's older. You know, in a lot of developed countries, a lot of these children, the reason why they have Down syndrome and things of that nature, even though they come from a affluent background, is because, you know, in affluent countries, you have to establish yourself, go to school, things of that nature. By the time you establish it, you're in your 30s, you're trying to have children, and that womb felleth them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's symbolically speaking for, you know what I'm saying, for society as a whole.
Right.
You know? You see what's going on now, these children are weaker, you know what I'm saying, because of, one, the dispensation of time, right? The earth is getting older, which is getting weaker. The resources are getting weaker. And that makes the children, the offspring, weaker.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. It says, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 54, "Consider now therefore how that ye are less of stature than those that were before you."
That's right. So men are less of a statue than they were in the ancient
Right.
time, man. You know?
Right.
So think about the man of renown, aka the giants. It wasn't giants, it was just men of renowned men. But they were of high stature.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they were a little taller too. They were taller.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's high stature.
Oh, got you.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Well, I know what you're saying. But yeah, they were high stature as in taller.
Yeah.
Shoot, man, my
Them niggas huge.
shoot, even my even my uncles and father, they're a bit more, you know, manly. You know what I'm saying? It's because they had to, you know, live off the land. You know, my
Right,
people from a very
right,
small
right.
town, so man, my parents, my dad didn't have plumbing, like actual plumbing, until like 10. He was 10 years old, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You had
Right.
to go to an outhouse. You know, so it was harder living back then, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had to actually go and feed cattle. You had to go and actually pick cotton, things of that nature.
Chop your wood.
Yeah, so they could endure more.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Just during the time that like our parents and even our grandparents were growing up, they were actually eating like real food and shit
Exactly.
too,
They
man.
had GMOs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that's facts. Back in 2nd Ezra 5 and 55, "And so are they that come after you, less than ye, as the creatures which now begin to be old, and have passed over the strength of youth. Then said I, Lord, I beseech thee, if I have found favor in thy sight, show me the servant whom thou. Now, that's pretty much the point.
That's pretty much the point. Now we at the end, and it's not coincidence that these kids that's coming after us, they're weak. Whether it be like emotionally weak, you know what I'm saying, or actually physically weak, man. Because the resources are dwindling throughout the face of the earth.
Right.
Obesity is at an all-time high. Here it is. It's supposed to be a developed country, and these kids are morbidly obese, bro.
That's right, bro.
I was at I was at a cafe today, took my family out, and sat down. I looked at one eat of my family. You got the father trying to talk to the son, and the son had a attitude on the damn tablet. The daughter was on the tablet. The mama was on the phone. And he's like, "Look, I'm trying to speak to you." No interaction. The son looked at him like, "Yeah, that's fine, man."
Oh, wow.
On some Bart Simpson type shit. You know, just you could tell he was an ass little jerk. That's what's being produced here, man.
Man, hey, that you said that, bro, just makes me think back to the harvest. You know what I'm saying? How the harvest is ripe, how the Lord is ready to reap. You know, people being in this weak state right now are getting ready to be top choice pickings for when all hell breaks loose, bro. You know, the most extreme time to ever exist is gonna be when the earth is in its weakest state.
Yep.
A lot of these people ain't gonna be able to handle what's getting ready to come down the pipe. You know?
That's right.
A lot of us ain't even camped before, never went through, you know, we go through things, but a lot of people finna be, a lot of people finna be in fucking, excuse my French, but straights.
Right.
You know? You go 2 days without a charged battery in your phone, you like, damn.
People gonna lose their mind.
Yeah, forget your battery at the house when you go to work. You feel like you forgot another part of yourself, bro.
A Wi-Fi connection go out for 30 minutes to an hour. People lose their goddamn mind.
Yeah, people trip out.
And now with all of this Uber Eats and DoorDash, where people, you know, anytime, you know, they have a hunger pain, they can order some food. When you're forced to go several days without knowing where your next meal gonna be, we're gonna really see who has the wherewithal and character
Absolutely.
to survive in that time, man. And that includes us, but we're in better position than these people are because, you know, we have exercises where we have to fast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Deny ourselves.
we deny ourselves, man.
Real quickly, Jeremiah 51:30, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their hosts. Their might have failed. They became as women.
See, that's it.
There's a
Beautiful
very
precept.
feminine spirit out here,
Right.
you know, in these men. You know, here it is. It's talking about let's talk about a potential draft going on, and niggas are accessorizing more than women, trying to be cute, and all hell's about to break loose.
Yeah, right.
In a
Solid
very,
point.
very weak state of mind, bro.
Yeah, because most dudes these days, they act just like women, man.
Crazy.
That's why we call them hoes, man.
Yep.
I have to put that label on it seems like more men than women now. Because men act like fucking hoes and women.
Look at the
Acting
boxing
like they
scene.
goddamn mama, man.
Yep.
You can't tell them, hey, bro, pull your pants up, man. Get
Yeah,
an attitude,
right,
want to
right.
kill everybody in the goddamn restaurant.
Yeah, get to smacking his lip like a breezy.
Yeah.
But that just shows, just add to that point, how just the generations, everything's just weaker, man. Everything is just in a diminished state.
Yep.
And it all starts with the rulership that's in power, man. You know?
Absolutely, that's it.
Shit rolls downhill, man. It's a trickle-down effect, man.
Mm-hmm.
And even it affects us in certain ways, too, man.
Yep.
That's why we're pleading with our power to get us the hell up out of here, man.
That's right.
Hold on.
That's why the scriptures say put off that weak nature. You know, we're in an advantageous situation because, you know, you might catch yourself doing some weak shit. That's the beauty of the brotherhood. The brotherhood is gonna tell you when you on some weak stuff, man. Like you being weak, bro. You acting like a breezy in a nutshell. It might not be as candid as that,
Right,
but,
right.
but he gonna tell you.
He's gonna tell you.
Truth is gonna let you know. Hey, man, stop. You know, you gonna stop or you gonna get lost. You know what I'm saying?
JP falling out. I know the current theme among these women and stuff. JP all butthurt when a bitch do. You already know what the scriptures already told us that she could do in the first
Right,
place.
right.
And then when it happened, Jake, you act like this just the worst thing that ever happened to them, man.
Yeah, right.
It does hurt, but like that's just an example. If you're around brothers, a brother tell you he'll suck with you for a while, but like man, you gotta get over that shit, man.
God. got a precept real quick, just going into how people are conditioned of the product around them or however, you know what I mean? Shoot, products of their environment,
Yeah.
you know? But this is why also too we need salvation. That way it don't come upon us fully.
Right.
But this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 10, and he's using our forefather Enoch as an example. Yep. He's using our forefather Enoch as an example, who lived in a wicked world full of people that was ready to perish. How he delivered him up. All right, and it's the same process when it comes to the Lord's elect. Just as Noah's great-grandfather Enoch lived on the earth among sinners, he was translated. This is our story as well that's going to be read. All right, just as much as he needed to be saved, it's the same spirit as it comes to us too. All right, so this is back in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 10. It says, he pleased the Most High and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners, he was translated. All right, meaning he was beamed up into the chariot. All right.
Wisdom of Solomon 4:10. Can I read this for you in
In the NLT or GNT?
I got it in the NRSV version. Real quick.
That's a bet, bro.
It says, there were some who pleased the Most High and were loved by him. And while living among sinners, were taken up.
Boom. Yeah. Enoch was living among sinners and was taken up. Elijah was living among sinners and was taken up. It's this Yahweh Shai, all right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He was living among sinners and he was taken up. So you got men that were precursors living in a wicked world, but eventually the Lord delivered them up. And that's what we're waiting for right now as we're going into the environment, how wicked things are, which the rest of the verse is going to go into. It goes into how the Lord had to get them out of there quick, you know?
Verse 11, they were caught up so that evil might not change their understanding or guile deceive their souls.
Yeah, that's why we got to pray for fewer days.
Yeah.
You know, pray for fewer days, man. I think you quoted it earlier, Yadaka. You know what I'm saying? It goes into how the Lord is going to have to loosely paraphrasing, shorten the days for his elect's sake. All right, you down here living among wickedness. There be certain times you ready to tee off on people certain days, man. Not just a random person, but people doing whole ass shit that we talk about. You got to turn the cheek daily. You know, we here, GMO mindset, as the Apostle Rakah talks about. You know, turn the cheek everywhere you go. But you continue to live righteously, the Lord is going to deliver you in the midst of that. That way you ain't convoluted, all right, and submerged and baptized with the wickedness that's out here, man. That was in that precept, bro.
A little bit more.
Okay.
For the vaccination of wickedness obscures what is good.
Damn.
And robbing desires pervert the innocent mind.
Yeah, curiosity kills the cat.
Boy.
Curiosity kills the cat. But over here, when you live in a society that pushes nothing but wickedness, and a lot of that wickedness is appeasing to the flesh. You know, so you got people that are completely attached themselves to it and go off on that, and you got the men of the Lord that's composing themselves. You know, you got all these temptations that's here, but you fight. You know, but that's why the Lord got to shorten it up, man. There's too much bullshit out here.
Like, it's a constant fight in your mind.
Right.
You know, to result back to the flesh.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Constantly, bro. You know, you find yourself to, you know, that's why fasting things that nature is so important.
Absolutely.
Because you'll find yourself wanting to please your flesh to get it, to escape this world. Let me get it. Let me drink. Which is nothing wrong with drinking. We drink. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
when you you catch yourself want to do it every day. You know what I'm saying? You got people out there that's getting high all the time. You're not supposed to smoke. It's an herb. You're supposed to ingest it for medicinal purposes. There's nothing wrong with that, but people take it out of context and want to get high and suited and booted out their mind.
Right.
Back to back.
Oh, but yeah, but it out all day, every day, man. To where the demons are invoked on you. You know what I'm saying? Then you listening to that demonic music. You thinking everybody's against you, but really you tripping.
Yeah. You in your own head. You're a prisoner of your own mind.
Prisoner of your own thoughts. You know. This is why this truth is so important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Hold you accountable.
Yep. And it says in the NLT in Romans the 8th chapter, this word is a foretasting of the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
So, you know, while we're down here, you know, we're abstaining for certain things and we're fighting for perfection, man. This truth is making us holy, which is really separate.
Separate, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, if I may, you know, that's why it makes sense where it goes into, you know, the scriptures say, loosely pair, oppression maketh the wise man mad. That's when there's another one. But anyway, being a wise man and being a judge, you seeing this imbalancement of improper judgment taking place, and it makes you just want to tee off sometimes, man.
Yep.
You know?
Bombarded with we bombarded with wickedness every day, all day, to where it's in the norm, bro. It's not normal to have a baby mama. It's not normal. That shouldn't even be a term.
Yo, a badge of manhood is a nigga going to the pen for a few years.
Right.
Now you feel like you're a fucking man. That ain't cool. You shouldn't be going to no jail and prison, nigga.
No.
You shouldn't be doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The standard right there.
Yeah,
Then
bro.
you got your stripes.
Bro, I had my first baby girl, and you know, I'm in there waiting. You know, I was, you know, and this nurse gonna come in. She gonna say she from Nigeria. She gonna say, oh, so you the baby daddy? I said, baby daddy?
Yeah, no.
I said, no, I'm the father.
Yeah,
that's my wife right there, man.
She said, baby daddy.
Oh, you the baby daddy? I was irate,
man. I'd have been hot,
bro. I was hot, but that's okay though. You know what I'm saying? You know, those terminologies, you know what I'm saying, those parables are okay to put on us.
Right.
A baby fucking daddy. Like I'm just a nigga out here just sagging my pants, not taking care of my business, a moolie.
That's dishonorable, man. That's disgraceful, that's dishonorable, man. But that's the state of our nation. We've been broken as a people.
All right, brother. One, brother.
You're Israelite.
Identified by these other nations as such, man. These proverbs and bywords, man. You know? Did you have something else?
I got one. Oh, you know, after yours, y'all to come. I was holding something. I do got this right here, then. This is Lamentation chapter 4, verse 1. How was the gold become dim? How was the most fine gold changed? The stones of sanctuary are poured out in the top of every tree, every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitches?
That's us, man. The top of the food chain, right? The lowest people were deemed as niggas and spicks. People walk by us. You walk by a car and motherfucker will lock their car.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is the same people that came over here and stole the land from the Gadites, put us under severe captivity. Yet they deem us as monsters.
Right.
Thugs. Shit crazy. Baby daddies.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. The work of the hands of the potter, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast.
Right.
They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel,
right,
like the ostriches in the wilderness.
And look at our women. We could go on for days with that, right? Our women.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. There you go, right there. That's the spirit of Yahweh. She got a shot.
Oh man, he right
through.
On
yeah, that's on point.
Through.
Yeah, man.
The child crying because she ain't enjoying herself.
Gotta like that. She ain't gonna let that baby fall.
Yeah.
Like she can do it.
She trying to do something that her daddy wasn't doing.
Yo.
She ain't got shit to do.
She ain't got shit to do. That girl knows I'm unstable.
Yeah, that's why she's wavering.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's mother one and mother two.
Man, that's probably grandma and daughter.
That too.
It's a shame, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Key example right there.
But you can't get emotional because this is a part of the curses, man. You know, we're going to be a parable throughout the face of the earth. You know? A byword and a proverb.
Yep. We're in a time with the Lord. He's about to bring us out of that mourning, and he's about to beautify us. You know?
That's right.
We're in that time.
That's right.
I'll read this because I was in 2nd Ezra 14. I forgot about this.
Come.
This is 2nd Ezra 14 and 13. It says, now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption, man. So that's what we mostly come out here to do, to speak unto the elect, to set our own house in order. And in doing such, we're trying to comfort our people. And then at the same time, renounce corruption. Because everything within the setup of Babylon the Great is all corrupted, man.
Right.
That's why the scripture says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it's polluted, man. You know?
Right. That's right.
But going into how the Lord is basically starting to lift those curses and that shame off of us and put it on our enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we're about to be beautified. I want the Baruch 5.
Let me get that for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo, you could read like 5 verse 1 through 3.
Okay. Now this is Baruch 5 and 1. Put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of thy mourning and affliction.
Matter of fact, can you get Lamentations 4? You was reading 4, I think, but get like verse 21.
I got you.
Can you read that real quick? Lamentations, and then we'll jump back to Baruch.
Yep. This is the book of Lamentation, chapter 4, except verse 21.
Kind.
This is-
21 and 22.
God. This is Lamentation 4 and 21. And it reads, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Right, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. So, man, you doubles, man. You better just max out with the expiring time of rulership that you have. Go ahead.
God. It says, that dwellest in the land of Uz,
Uh-huh.
the cup shall also pass through unto thee.
Right, that cup, it represents slavery, hardcore oppression, man. Tribulation. That's what you damn Edomites, you about to run head first into that.
Right.
You about to nosedive into your oppression. Go ahead.
Good. It says, thou shalt be drunken, Salakia. It says, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Right, and that's what we've been going into. Thou shalt be drunken and thou shalt make thyself naked. You Edomites is being exposed. Everybody throughout the four corners of the earth. At this point, we ain't even got to play no guess who, where's Waldo type of games with these Edomites. Right. Even, you know, brothers used to always qualify the Edomites who's talking about the self-proclaimed or the so-called white people. We ain't even got to qualify no more. When we say Edom or Esau Edom, everybody know who we're talking about.
Everybody know.
People
Everybody know at this appointed time, man. But that shows that they're being exposed. Go ahead.
Con. It says in verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Right. So the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished, man. So we're coming out of the curses, man. We're coming out of that state of mourning, all of that shame, all of that dishonor. Go ahead.
Con. It says, he will no more carry thee away into captivity, He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Right, so we ain't gonna be no more carried into captivity. This is our last day in captivity, man. So that's the hope for the elect, man. We ain't gonna have to worry about being under no damn devils no more, man. Under just some wicked, maniacal people. Having power and dominance over us, man. Having the ability to really starve us out in a lot of ways, man. Because brothers got jobs and we connected to this place, man, for our livelihood. That's part of the curses. We shall be in want of all things. Okay? But now that's about to be poured on these Edomites, man.
Yeah.
And they can already feel it, man. That's why they losing their damn mind, man.
That's why they're trying to seek our food.
Right.
You know? Cool. A lot of ways they're trying to please us because they know deep down inside that they're guilty.
Right.
That's what it says in Job. Their children shall seek to please the poor.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
But the bones of his, what it said, his bones is full of the sins of his youth.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
Right. Hey, and this Lamentation 4, that was the final verse in that.
Okay.
But when you go into the word visit there, you have in the Hebrew the word pakad or pikad. And when you read this here in Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 21, which again, you know, to visit is pikad. And it says in Jeremiah 50 and 21, I'm going to start in verse 20. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. And the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them when I reserve. So going into the Lord, translating our state to another state. And the curses to the blessings, right? And it says in verse 21, go up against the land of Merathaim, which that's another name that's synonymously represented for Babylon and Edom. When you go into this, you know, and you have bitter within that, Merathaim, which is also very similar to America. When you go into the word. And it says, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod, all right? And that word Pekod means to visit. You know, so it's anonymous right there within that verse. Jeremiah was symbolically talking about Babylon being visited by the Lord, okay? And it says, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. So as the Lord translates the state of Israel, Judah and Israel's sins from being in the curses to being delivered, that's the destruction of Babylon and Idumea out of that. All right, unlike this nigga Nate, you know, That's it on that precept, bro.
Con. I'm just gonna go back to that Group 5.
For sure.
Group 5:1. Put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of thy mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from the Most High forever.
So that's the transition that we coming into right now, man. We're putting off the garment of mourning and affliction and coming into that comeliness. Another word for comeliness is beauty, man. You know, being the Most High's prized possession, his people. That holy people that was supposed to be set apart from all these other nations. Why? Because we had the Most High's laws. Go ahead.
God. Cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from the Most High. Makes you think of what, Revelation, the 16th chapter. Keeping that garment. And set a diadem.
Right, when you go into that word diadem, it's talking about a crown. Which that crowning process I always like to get second Ezra, the second chapter,
That's right. The coronation.
Which that's going to be an actual coronation or crowning process for those that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in this wicked and perverse world, man. Okay, that's the time that we're coming into, man. To where the Lord is going to set a crown, because our people is always talking about we was kings, this and that.
Yeah, right.
But kings, they have a standard of morality and rules that they abide by, man. A king don't just do whatever the hell he want to do.
Right,
man.
exactly.
You know?
Right. Our people want the authority without the responsibility.
Right.
Back to it though, it says still in group 5 in the middle of verse 2. It says, and set a diadem on thine head of the glory of the everlasting. For the Most High will shew thy brightness unto every country under heaven.
Right, so that glory, that brightness is going to be shown to every nation under the heavens.
Right.
And then when you go in Malachi the 4th chapter, Isaiah the 2nd chapter, it talks about in the kingdom of heaven, all the other nations, they're going to have to learn of our ways.
Right.
You know? They're going to keep our high holy days in the kingdom. We ain't going to have to keep worrying about, we don't keep it now, but that's not going to be in the midst of us. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, all of this madness that's promoted in here. Why? Because the evil, the wicked's in power.
Right.
But in the kingdom, it's going to be switched around in its right order. To where the Israelites is in power, the other nations are going to have to learn righteousness. They're going to have to keep our high holy days, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's why it's going to be a righteous government. And it's going to be an everlasting kingdom or an everlasting government in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Hey, if I could say this, Malak, and the other people are going to want to follow after our ways.
Right. Right.
That's going to be the beauty of our kingdom.
Right.
Is the fact that these other nations are going to see our glory, and they're going to say, man, if I could just emulate you guys, I could be as half as glorious as you. Right. They're going to be running unto us.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
You know?
Good.
Yeah, because it makes me think about where Queen Sheba, she went to go visit Solomon.
Yeah.
And just how she was just blown away with the operation of his kingdom and the wisdom and the righteousness that he displayed, you know?
Right. And they've been trying to emulate us this whole time. You know? If you look at the, what's that, Kata Naget, that's their way of them tying themselves into the house of David by saying that King Solomon had tricked King Sheba and had sex with him. And all those people over there in that land, they've been trying to, Ethiopia, or Sheba, they've been trying to emulate us. You know what I'm saying? You got something?
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 14. Thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt and merchandise of Ethiopia and the Sabians, men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine, and they shall come after thee in chains, and shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee, and make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else, there is no God. So just as y'all were saying, going into the kingdom, the heathen are going to look at us, and it's going to the kingdom's going to be emulated just on how we carry ourselves. And they're going to look at us and say, this is the standard right here. Surely God exists, just seeing how y'all look. You know?
Especially when we get glorified.
Yeah, man.
The elect, the celestial bodies, they don't tell them what we're going to
Right.
like,
Straight up, bro.
Let's have an aura. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? You know how light bugs, had that light at night? You mess around be doing that. just be, enamored. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no telling, bro.
That's right.
All we can do is just,
Mhm.
think about the glory
Yeah.
that's to come.
Hey,
But-
I'm so sorry,
go
brother.
ahead, bro.
I was just gonna Moses' face shine
Yeah,
as an example right there.
yeah.
You know,
He wasn't even, perfected. Imagine when there's a nation of people that's perfected. How beautiful we're gonna look in that day, bro.
Hold on, bro.
Nah, that was all I wanted on
Dang. Never mind.
I got another one. Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 4 and 5. 5 and 6, Bible shot.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right, and this is talking about the nation of Israel, man. Like I mentioned earlier, we're supposed to be a holy or separate nation of people. Why? Because the Most High gave us laws. The other nations weren't given laws, That's why the other nations, it's not really a sin for them to eat, unlawful foods, because what's lawful to them? They don't have any law to establish what's right and wrong in the first place. That's why they really need to be subject to those who were given laws. Okay? Go ahead.
Keep therefore and do, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Right, this is our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of the nations, the righteousness of the law, man, which in the kingdom we're going to be able to keep it perfect. Okay? Go ahead.
That's right. Which shall hear of these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
They're going to know, and they're going to come to the grim realization that this is a wise and understanding people, because they're going to see how the kingdom is flourishing, man. And like you said earlier, Elder, they're going to be wanting to learn. They're going to be enthusiastic to learn our ways, man. Right. Because they're going to be incentivized in a sense to keep the laws, because it's going to be beneficial to them. And of course, like I forgot what that scripture talk about, like if they don't come up for the Passover, we ain't gonna
Zechariah 14.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna make it to rain in their land. Yeah. So they gonna be incentivized to do righteousness on the earth in the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them, and Yahweh our power is in all things that we can that we call upon him for.
Right, and that's the nation of Israel, baby. That's us. That's why we should have a higher level of appreciation, man. Just the fact that we're Israelites, and furthermore, we have the chance to be part of the elect, because the Most High, he's only dealing with one nation of people. And that nation of people are you Israelites, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Y'all are the Israelites according to the Bible, man.
Special
really
people.
For you so-called Mexicans, this is your land, man.
Yeah, this is your land.
This is your land.
Yeah.
Tú eres Israelitas.
Yeah.
Y'all are God's people.
And guess what? Jesus Christos is negro. Blanco Diablo.
I got a precept too, This is Sirach chapter 24, verse 10. That's right, bro.
That's a strong hold.
That's it. Y'all got it too.
God. This is Sirach 24 and 10. In the holy tabernacle I served before him, and this is going into wisdom. All right, because early in Deuteronomy 24 went into how the law was our wisdom. Okay? So it says, and so I was established in Zion, going into wisdom. Likewise, in the beloved city, he gave me rest, and in Jerusalem was my power. And I took root in an honorable people, even in the portion of the Lord's inheritance. All right, so just going into, the point that was being brought out. We're the Lord's special people. Yahweh Shai was of the tribe of Judah. He wasn't of no heathen nation. All right, all the people of the Lord, the chosen people, are the Israelites. And as the kingdom of heaven that you're going into is getting ready to be established, as we're transferring right now from Esau's wicked kingdom and entering into a new phase, all right, that glory is only gonna, what's the word I'm looking for? Exemplify. Right. It's gonna turn to you actually shining. That's right. And I do believe we're gonna shine in the kingdom and give off that orb. During the transfiguration, Yahweh Shai's garment was whiter than all the whites. It gave off a glow. Yep.
Got a quick one. Isaiah 65 and 21. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them.
Mhm.
They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and my elect shall long enjoy the works of their hands. So it's not going to be. That's a cut to Nate saying that after 1,000 years, Esau is going to set up. He's going to set up a military threat against us, or a coup against the kingdom of heaven. That's ridiculous.
Crazy.
It's going to be forever. You know what I'm saying? Peace, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why there's many mansions, because it's very possible that, man, we're going to be going to another galaxies, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know?
We're going to... Salak, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We're going to really experience the Lord's creation. That's all I was going to say.
That's right. Verse 23, they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of Yahweh, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking, I will hear. Mm-hmm. So things that we're thinking about, that we're gonna be able to conjure them up.
Yeah.
Like, man, like we were just talking about, man, I wonder if there's another galaxy out there we can inhabit. Oh, well, I'm glad you asked.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Boom. Yep.
You want the technology to go there? I can just bestow it unto you.
Yeah,
or I
right,
can just take it. What you want to do? Yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's it is, and with that understanding, man, this thing could be a forever thing, bro. Of us going to different places and gaining, man, I'm telling you, there's so much stuff that we're gonna figure out, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
There's certain parts of the earth that Esau Edom hasn't inhabited, especially down there in the sea.
That's right.
We'll be able to explore this place without being a detriment unto the earth, the depths of the sea.
Beautiful, bro. That's right.
You know, there mess around be creatures or stuff like that we ain't never heard of, bro. Like, damn, you highly intelligent. I did not know you was down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being able to figure out how to, communicate with us, learning that language, they learn our language. Like, man, how can we make your situation? Well, how can we make your situation better?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you cause an earthquake over here, it will produce these type of rocks, which will give this type of stones for us to to take hold of. I don't know. I'm just
right.
You know.
That's right, bro.
There's gonna be all types of stuff, man, that we gonna be able to get into, bro.
Hey, that's why wisdom is likened higher than any type of tangible, richly substance you can come across over here. Because you can get gold and silver, and with that, that comes with worldly gain and worldly riches. But that doesn't give you the key to what's getting ready to happen, bro. Because with that wisdom, being of the elect, Lord, when we hear that number, we're gonna know all. We're gonna know all under Yahweh Shai, man. Like you're going into all the vastness of the earth and such. Scripture goes into how the Lord created everything and fashioned it by his wisdom, and we're going to be tied with that,
Yep. I got a pretty. This is Isaiah 1:25. And I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross and take away all thy tin. And that tin is talking about the impurities and stuff, and that's what we're going through right now. We're being taken through the furnace of adversity, because the Most High, he's removing impurities from us, man.
Right.
So we can be worthy to be set up in the position, as governors and priests and kings in the kingdom of heaven. It says, and I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, which means a city of peace, or when you go into it more, a teaching of peace. Why? Because the Israelites, we're going to all be perfect. Right. We're not going to no longer sin in the kingdom of heaven, man. Right. That's why righteousness is going to abide in our kingdom, man. Right.
That's right. I got something for you, bro. 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. Behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law.
Woo. Yeah, because Paul said, where there is no law, there is no sin, man. You know? And the scriptures also says that the letter killeth. You know? That's why the wages of sin is death, ultimately. That's why ultimately the Most High, he's going to be justified in bringing that devastating destruction to this place.
Right.
Because the sins of this place have reached the heaven. Okay?
That's right. But thank be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory over our Lord. Excuse me, let me read that again. But thanks be to the Most High, which give us the victory through our Lord Yahushua Mashiach.
Right. Death is conquered in victory, man. You know? So the victory's already been won in the spiritual realm. It just has to play out in the flesh. Okay?
That's right. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in Yahweh, like Shemi Yahweh.
Always abounding in the work of the Lord. Blessed is that man when his Lord cometh shall find so doing, man. Because Lord willing, we'll be in a position to be delivered. You know? And the Lord, like it says, I believe in Hebrews the 6th chapter, he's not unrighteous to forget our work and our labor of love.
Right.
Because it seems like a foolish thing. It is foolish. The way we out here, you know, our image, our aesthetics, whatever, with the garments that people call dresses. But this is pleasing to the Heavenly Father, man. Yeah. You know? This is our reasonable service to our power.
That's right, brother. Got one for you. This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 16. And it reads, excuse me. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name. And like you said, yeah, from the outward look, from a carnal, mortal perspective, people can make fun of us and say that we're wearing whatever the case is. But what we're doing is rehearsing the righteous acts.
Right.
And this is exactly what the prophecies declared what we be doing. The Lord's choice, his choice virgin, will be doing these things, actually giving a dang about what he has to say. All right? And this next verse is going into the reward that comes with being constantly conversing and doing the will of the Lord and speaking as well. Verse 17 says, and they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth them. And how are we going to be made jewels in those days? By being brought through the fire. That gold brought through the fire, and the Lord, stuttering and shit, that being the Lord's collector's item on his shelf, so to speak.
Right.
You know? That's it on that precept.
Yeah, that's all I had too.
Gone.
That's
That's
right.
a bet, man.
Anybody else have anything?
Nah, keep going.
Shoot.
I don't know. Keep going
Shoot,
about 2 hours.
I'm down to keep going. They're still over there?
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I mean, you know, hey, you know, we can head back that way.
Yeah, we can just blend in with them. Probably.
God, that's a
Finish
bet.
out.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Got something else.
Hey, with that being said, we'll give our praise to our Heavenly Father. His name is
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Makakodash.
Thereby unto the apostles and yours everywhere. Peace and many salutations to you. I can't talk to you. Shalom.
Shalom.